Old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather that we remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating? Or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know. The battle for you has already been fought. And the victory is yours. Let's go get it. Hey, what is going on, guys? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life and the crazy life that is the digital asset space. What is going on, guys? Happy freaking, what is this? Thursday? Happy Thursday to you. Happy Thursday to you. It's good to see that the chat is up and running. The chat is up and running. I wish I had Bearable Bull skills, Neil F. How are you this morning? Or should I say this afternoon? Yeah, I wanted to try something different. I'm pumped up. I am excited. What? Wall Street bets. What? They figured it out, guys. They figured it out. Now it's time. Let me do this. Now it's time for the digital asset space to figure it out. Because the boys and girls over at Wall Street Bets, they figured it out. It's time for the digital asset space to figure it out. What's this channel? This is a channel about the average ballistic to God said, what's this channel about? This channel is about the average Joe and average Jane retail investor in the digital asset space, winning in the digital asset space, my friend. Some people call it crypto. We call it the digital asset space. That's what this channel is about. City Sports and Grill says the same energy will move to crypto eventually. I hope so. And it's not so much about the energy coming over. That's definitely, that's a certain, right? That's going to happen. But did you catch the mentality? Are you catching the philosophy and the mentality of Wall Street Bets? That's what I'm talking about. Of WS, what is it? Is it WS Mods and WS Chairman? Wall Street Bet, WSB Mod and WSB Chairman. That mentality behind that group, are you catching that? I hope you guys like that intro. I want to try something different. I wanted to try something different. So on a scale of 10, how was that intro? I wanted to use my outro as an intro because I'm so excited and pumped up for the move that Wall Street Bets made. Thank you, Killis. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Yes, we come here and chat with Siege about what's on your minds in the crypto world. Siege helps us, guides us, if you will, and brings us what's in the news in crypto. That's a great explanation, Killis. Thank you so much for sharing that. Ballistic to God, you are welcome, brother. You are welcome. Welcome to the channel. Great Uncle. Is it Great Uncle Al? I think it's Great Uncle Al. Hey, Siege. Hey, fam. What's good with you, bro? Good to see you today. Dylan Darcherville is here. BK Crypto in here. Indeed. Indeed. What's up, Christy Faust? You should remix that participating. Yeah, I almost said it again, Christy Faust. I almost said, are you participating again? And did that again. But yeah, I like it. I'll do that next time for sure. Par participating. I like that. I like that, Chrissy Faust. I like that indeed. Willie Washington said, that was cool, Cease. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I want to try something different. XRP Lava is here. So guys, did you catch, first of all, are you familiar with what's going on with GameStop and Wall Street Bets and what they did, what they collectively came together and did? Did you catch it? Did you catch it? I'm going to let you listen to that billionaire, that dude. I follow him on Twitter, and I'm going to start following him. The Shamalth guy. And forgive me, I can't pronounce the dude's last name. I can't pronounce his last name. The Shamalth guy, you know, one of the originals of Facebook, billionaire today. He does this thing called SPAC investing, SPAC, special purpose acquisition companies thing. Huge successful billionaire. I'm going to let you listen to something that he was on CNBC today. He really called it. He really nailed what happened today. BC Backer really nailed what happened over the last few days and what's coming. But more important than the energy and the money, if you will, that's coming into the digital asset space, City Sports Bar, in my opinion, is the mindset and the mentality. Because what happened with Wall Street Bets is that they came together. They came together, pulled their energy, pulled their mindset and mentality and brain power and gray matter and money and put it to work for the greater good. But they came together. And the biggest challenge that I see right now in the digital asset space is that it's not a collective energy. It's not a collective energy and resources and mentality. There's a BTC camp, there's an XRP camp, there's a Link camp, there's a freaking Litecoin camp. My goodness, there's a Dogecoin camp. And at times, we war with one another instead of coming together. Like, I'm not sure if the people in the BTC camp understand what Wall Street is doing right now to Bitcoin. Like, I'm not sure if they understand it. Like, I don't know if they understand what's going on right now and what they're doing to Bitcoin, which is affecting the whole digital asset space. Why is it any different than what they've done to Wall Street? Why do you see that as being any different? I saw an article, I don't know if it was on Twitter or if it was in a news article, I believe it was on Twitter. Institutional money right now is in control of Bitcoin. Not you, not I, not the average retail investor. Institutions are. Institutions are. So if we don't change our mindset and mentality, and stop the warring with one another, that's what's going to happen. They're going to get control over it. Old money, is going to get control of BTC and manipulate it like they've manipulated all the other markets. We got to come. We have to come together. We want the digital asset space with real world utility to win. And right now, Bitcoin failed in payments as a use case. Now it's store of value. We want it to win. We want it to win in that store of value. We outnumber them, right? We outnumber them. Because remember, the money that flows into BTC will flow into other assets by retail investors and eventually smart money, eventually. But if we continue to war with one another and divide our mentality and our resources and our mindset and our attitude and our money, if you will, then they could control it. They can divide us. Got to get that. They can divide us. They are not on our side. That's what we're discovering about Robinhood. Robinhood made a choice. And they chose the money from Wall Street over you and I. So in essence, Wall Street came in through our doors and then decided to choose Wall Street. That's what they decided to do. And this is what things like Alex Mashinsky is saying all the time, is you get people coming in to the digital asset space and by way of the retail investor, and then they choose to embrace the Wall Street model. So they think and they act and they, right, and perform like the Wall Street model. That's what Robinhood did. That's exactly what Coinbase did. Exactly what Coinbase did. Exactly what Coinbase did. Exactly what the Binances of the world are doing. That's why DeFi is so popular. DeFi and the right platforms on DeFi will place less of a necessity on Binance, less of a dependency on Binance and Binance US. Binance and Binance US came and did the same thing in crypto that Wall Street is doing with all of these fees that are not necessary. If they were necessary, DeFi wouldn't exist. Decentralized exchanges wouldn't exist if it was necessary. It's not necessary. Flare is going to blow all of that up. Flare Networks is going to blow all of that up. I just watched Darren Moore, shout out to XRP, Darren Moore, yesterday doing some tests, some live testing of the Flare Finance Network and Flare and whatever and all that stuff. And showing the difference in speed from being on the Flare network versus Ethereum, even though it's the Ethereum testnet and Flare network, and showed the difference in the fees. It's massive difference. Like essentially no fees on the Flare network, Flare Finance network. Flare Finance is on the Flare network. Essentially zero fees. Essentially. You just pay, and he goes on and he talks about $20 versus on the Ethereum thing versus being on the Flare network. And again, my question to you is, are you going to participate? Are you going to participate and have that grow and help to have that grow and evolve? Because it is, in fact, for you and I. It's for us. It's for you and I. If we simply merely just put our money in, simply and merely just put our money in, and wait for a wind moon and wait for 300% and wait for 500% and then take the money and go into the fiat world, you didn't participate. You didn't participate. I'm going to let you listen to Shamal and listen to what he says. It's fascinating stuff. What's good, Carlos Noda? Good to see you. Can you buy? You can't buy the real Spark right now, can you? I think you're going to have a week, I think, to buy more Spark so that you can get more of the DFLR. I believe XRP #1. I believe, because I know it's going to be a week difference between, being able to go over to the DFLR. So, but I don't know. I don't know if you can buy more Spark now. I mean, can you do that now? I don't think you can. No wallets yet, Chrissy Fouts. Flare Doge is coming. Indeed it is. Eagle Eye 77 says, if you are still on Coinbase, you are the problem. Yep. You got to gravitate. In my humble opinion, you want to consider gravitating to the platforms that are on your side, that are doing things in your best interest. I just leveraged myself personally. I did a little CDP on Celsius, right? I did a little collateralized loan on Celsius. Yeah, sure did. I didn't have to fill out who you are and what you are and what's your background. And I didn't have to send in my 2019, 2018, and 2017 tax returns. I didn't have to do a credit check. I just had assets that I could use as leverage. This is what the 1% on 1% do. Celsius.network. I mean, again, that's a platform that's looking out for you, right? And I get it. It's a startup. It's 3 years. They got massive growth going on right now. So they got some growing pains. Absolutely. I had to deal with almost 2.5 days of not being able to get on there. I had to deal with almost 2.5 days of not being able to get on my Celsius app. I could look at that as a major problem, or I could look at all the other benefits that I've been able to get from it, and say, what, you know what? I have to deal with their growing pains, right? What's going on, Gamer for Life? Yeah, so let's listen to Shamal here, and I think it is so significant. It'll really give you the bigger picture, right? The digital asset space is our chance to win. That's why I did my intro normally in the intro, because that's exactly what the Wall Street boys figured out. They figured it out if they come together and not war with one another, and they come together. I mean, think about what the hedge funds were doing. They were just trying to destroy GameStop. Why? Because they could. Because they had the power to do so. I'm trying to figure out what harm is this company, GameStop, caused that a hedge fund, Melvin Capital, and whoever else, that would try to destroy it. And try to destroy the average retail investor. Why? Think about that. Because old money doesn't want us to win. Let me share this with you guys. This is a very, 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 very interesting thing from Shamal. You're going to really enjoy this. All right, so let me see. We got that going on there. What's this here? All right, let's do this. Let's do this. I'm pumped up, guys. I'm pumped up because they did it. You know what I mean? And think about that. Now there's a freaking class action lawsuit against Robinhood. Can you imagine that Robinhood said, you can't buy any more of this thing. You can only sell. Can you imagine the nerve, the gall, the kahunas that's on a trading platform that you can no longer buy this asset that you want to buy. You can only sell it. Can you imagine that? And they're supposed to be about the millennials and the generation X, Ys, or Zs. That's what Robinhood was supposed to be about. That's what they said that they were catering to, that they were working for. And that's why they put this platform together. Yeah, I don't think so. Right? Like, I don't think so. That doesn't sound like that's what they were doing to me. Celsius has a promo code of Web30. Cool. Thank you, I bought Charlie Spaz. Good to see you, brother. XRP Discord guys made me get a, Keila says, XRP Discord guys made me get a wallet and handle my own stuff. Feels so freeing. Don't have to depend on an exchange. It was tough at first since I'm not very technical, but it was worth it. And which wallet did you get? Are you talking about like a GateHub wallet, a Zoom Sum Abbott wallet? What did you get there? That's great. I'm glad to hear that though. I do, crypto_Majik. I will get that to you here shortly. Good to see you. Welcome to the, thanks for checking in today. William Leather, what's good, my friend? XRP, Stellar, Algo, HBAR, VeChain. William Leather. Dude, I'm proud of you, bro. That's a nice looking portfolio right there, my dude. That is a nice looking portfolio. I have all of those except for Stellar Lumens. Yeah, I just did one. Well, we'll see. I just did one in the wee hours of the morning last night, XRP tacos. I haven't got any confirmation yet. XRP #1, exactly. No morals. Ravseen, good to see you. XRP_King. What's good, bro? All the money indeed. All the money indeed. Oh, so some for XRP, have others for other stuff. Gotcha. Love it. I have the Sum thing as well. I haven't played much with the Sum. I guess, I got a little bit of XRP on there, but that's about it. It was pretty simple to set it up for Spark with the toolkit. Very nice. Proud of you, miss. That's what we need. We need more ladies in crypto getting in this space and getting involved. And I get it. You're gonna get the pushback, and you're gonna get people turning on like deaf ears. They don't want to hear it. They're not trying to hear it. I get it. Just continue to hodl strong. Just know that you can't control the outcome. You can only control your activity, right? I told my dudes that, like, look, I told you. All I could do is tell you. You make your own. When I talked to them, I said, look, all I can do here is just tell you what's up. If you decide to not make a move, it's on you, but I love you anyway. But I know my part is I have to let you know what's good. This is 2017. None of them got in crypto. None, not one. They got into options trading. Right? But I did my part. And that's all we can do, is we can only do our part. 6% average entry. That's really good. Really, really good. All right. Let me do this for Majik here. Or is that supposed to be Magic? Crypto_ is probably Magic. Let me do that for him real quick. And then I'm just pumped. And then I'll let you guys listen to, nope, that's not what I want. Then I'll let you listen to Shamath tell CNBC the real deal of Wall Street bets, like the real deal. And I'm like, man, that's some good stuff right there. And also he did something really, really cool. I was like, man, that's really, really cool right there. And I think this is all you need right now. Copy. Yeah. That's the referral code there, crypto_magic. And I think that's all you need. Just go to Celsius.network, download the app, and then they'll ask you for a code after you do it. Barbara Taylor, hey, miss, another lady in crypto's checking in. Good to see you. Hi, Siege. Shamath is the billionaire that's on our side. He's a wonderful, humble man. Love him. Yeah, I agree. 10,000%, Barbara. It's good to see you. All right, let's share this. Listen to this, guys. This is investor Shamath. I can't pronounce his last name. The GameStop theory is pushback against Wall Street establishment, against the Wall Street establishment. Listen to this.
Next guest, he tweeted on Tuesday that he'd gone long through call options. Chamath Palihapitiya is the CEO of Social Capital. He joins us now on.
So he went long via call options on GameStop. He's a smart guy.
The phone. Chamath, thank you for being here.
Hi, Scott. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. So you tweeted yesterday that you bought $115 calls in GameStop. Can you tell me what your position is as of this very moment?
Yeah. Can I tell you a little story before all of that, or no?
Why don't you tell me that first, and then we'll go from there.
So this morning I woke up after spending all last night in Wall Street Bets, reading about all of this stuff. I ended up closing up my position this morning, and I wanted to announce that I'm taking all the profits that I made, plus my original position. So I'm going to take $500,000, and I'm going to donate to the Barstool Fund for Small Businesses. But I really want to tell you, beyond the 500 grand donation or the money that I invested, which was, not a huge amount in the grand scheme of that stock or the entire market, what I learned, because I think what I learned over the last couple of days is important for everybody that's watching CNBC.
And that is?
I think that what you're seeing is essentially a pushback against the establishment in a really important way. You have a lot of people, and I would encourage anybody who is dismissive of this thing to go into Wall Street Bets and actually just read the forums. And I think that you're going to see three kinds of posts. The first kind of content are a lot of people doing some incredible fundamental diligence on companies, trying to think about long-term value. And in my opinion, many of them are doing as good and frankly a better job than a lot of hedge fund analysts that I work with. That's number one. The second are a lot of people who believe that, coming out of 2008, what happened was Wall Street took an enormous amount of risk and they left retail as the bag holder.
This is what I say too. And I say this all the time on the channel, right? All the time on the channel. No one has forgotten about 2008. And I know I say this a lot when I talk about Ripple. Ripple is a company with a bunch of employees, right? Including Brad Garlinghouse, including Chris Larson in a lot of ways. And I get it. Chris had a good amount of money, right? I think he sold his company for 50 million or so back in yonder, right? But no one forgot Wall Street and what happened in 2008, how they got bailed out and how they gave themselves bonuses with that money. Did not do anything for you and I. Nothing. No one has forgotten that. No one has forgotten that. So this whole thing about Ripple and the banks, again, the banks is the top 8-10 banks who Ripple is not, who wants nothing to do with Ripple and its technology. Nothing, zero, nada. They don't want to hear it. The correspondent banking system and that model is their friend. They don't want it disrupted. But the other 9,990 banks do, because they have to pay to play. They have to pay just to participate in the correspondent banking model. to those top 8, 10 banks.
And a lot of these kids were in grade school and high school when that happened. They lost their homes. Their parents lost their jobs.
Yep.
And they've always wondered, like, why did those folks get bailed out for taking enormous amounts of risk and nobody helped and showed up to help my family? And then the third thing is a realization that instead of having idea dinners or, you know, quiet whispered conversations amongst hedge funds in the Hamptons, these kids have the courage to do it transparently in a forum. And
that's right. I love it. So number one, right? Number one, they came together and put their minds together to figure that out. Number one, they came together, right? And then they did it transparently. He said that they could have, in a hedge fund, you know, child of hedge fund thing, do and, you know, meet at the club, right? Meet at the golf club, or whatever they call those clubhouses, and on the tennis courts and on their yachts, and come together and do something, right? That kind of mentality and secrecy, but they didn't do that. I'm not saying that these are hedge fund kids, they're not. But what I'm saying is they didn't do it in secrecy. They came together publicly and said, we haven't forgot about 2008 and what happened, right? A lot of these, like Chamath was saying, these were kids of parents who had all the money in the 401ks, had all the money in these IRAs, who had spent 25, 30 years trading their time for dollars. Wall Street took the bet. Wall Street took the risk, lost it all, and then got bailed out and did nothing for them. Did nothing for them. And I would humbly submit to you that we have not forgotten. That's why the digital asset space is getting the pushback that it's getting, because it's our chance to win. The digital asset space is our chance to win. That's why the pushback, that's why Yellen's talking the stuff that she's talking, because it's our chance. It's our chance. And we don't have to be beholden or dependent upon anyone. You and I can get a wallet, right? We can download this app, the Sum app, the Zoom app, I think it's called XUMM Zoom app, without having to be approved or disapproved by anyone. We can download it. We can participate in the digital asset space, this new monetary system that is on a decentralized tip, a decentralized mindset of inclusiveness.
I'm not saying all of it is perfect by any means, but I think it takes an enormous amount of faith in the system to be that transparent, to talk about things, and then for each individual to make their own mind up and to do things, whether it's to buy and to sell.
Powerful, powerful stuff, guys. I got to tell you, that was really, really, really cool to hear Chamath say that. And he's a guy, right? Just like Barbara Taylor was saying, he's a guy that's for us. He's a billionaire who gets it, right? It's like just a billionaire that gets it. Crypto_magic. I would encourage you to go to YouTube and put in the search AMA with Alex Mashinsky and watch as many of those videos as you possibly can. You can go to Celsius.network, right? You can go there. You can go to Celsius.com. You can go to CelsiusHub.com, all three of those platforms, and learn there as well. Legendary, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. But I'm an ambassador for the Celsius platform. And so it is a platform that allows you to earn interest, earn yield on your assets. The concept is simply, you go out into the market and do your own homework and your own research, decide on the digital assets that you resonate with, that you feel that are great, that provide utility into the space. You acquire those, you go to the Celsius app and see if they're on there, right? So Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, EOS, Hedera, Hashgraph, Compound, UMA, Live Peer, whatever the other, I think it's 30 something plus assets on there. And Celsius will pay you interest yield on your assets for depositing it there. They have a business model that where they can make money dealing with Wall Street and exchanges and institutions, okay, where they can make yield and they pay back to you and I 80% of the money that they make, they give it to you and I. And what they did in essence is they took the Wall Street, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan model of SEC lending, securities lending, in which they paid their shareholders 80% and kept 20% for themselves. And Celsius, Alex Mashinsky and Nukin and boys, they said they took that model and they put it into the digital asset space under their platform, Celsius platform. And instead of keeping 80% for themselves, they decided to give 80% to you and I, the platform holders. JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs can't become JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs without you and I, the depositors. And so Celsius recognized and said, no, we're not going to be rewarding shareholders. We're going to be rewarding platform holders, people, platform depositors, people who build the platform up. And that's what they did. You're welcome, crypto_magic. I'm going to say that's magic. Legendary is here. Am I the only mod? I think so. For so long, Legendary, for the last few months, I have only been, what is it? What do I want to say? I've been only using StreamYard. I think I'm going to give some people some mod status. I've been only using StreamYard. So a lot of people that I originally gave the mod thing to are no longer here. Not no, yeah, I don't want to say no longer here, but it's been a while since I've seen them. But I just gave a couple of ladies of crypto some mods, so some mod status. Carl Eric B. Mills is in the building. What's good, bro? Good afternoon. Happy Thursday, Crypto Seas. Happy Thursday to you, bro. Good to see you, Carl, as always. You didn't see XRP? It's, well, XRP tacos, you're not going to see it there. What's the word I want to say? Unless you open up a wallet there, right? So, and that's kind of how it works. You have to deposit, right? Deposit XRP on there and then it'll show up. Yeah. So do your homework before you do anything, bro. Crypto Magic, right? Do your homework, do research, watch some videos, right? Do your due diligence on the platform. See if the message that Alex puts out there, see if it resonates with you. And then you can make your decision to download the app, bro. That would be my recommendation. Found King is here. What's good, my friend? Afternoon, checking in from St. Louis. Good afternoon to you, Found King. St. Louis is in the building. Yeah, Andrew Parker. I mean, that is great advice, but ultimately you certainly want to do your own homework and do your own due diligence. Cred went bankrupt because of the business model, right? They were doing very, very risky stuff. Very, very risky stuff. Check out the business model for Celsius. You can see that it is a very, very sound business model, right? It's not about the numbers that Cred, right? LBA, it's not the numbers that they put on the dashboard. It's how they get their yield. What's their business model? You know, don't show me numbers on the dashboard. Tell me about your business model. How are you acquiring yield? Tell me about that model. How are you putting my assets at risk? Are you asking for collateral when you're dealing with institutions and hedge funds? Cred was not asking for collateral, right? So you got to check out the business model, right? And from everything that I've done and searched, Celsius has the most sound business model out of all of them. And Celsius was the first. Black Impact, what's up, family? Future billionaires indeed. What's good with you, Black Impact? Good to see you. Travis Tolliver, I love Copacabana backdrop. I'm glad you like that, my friend. All right, so I want to share with you guys some other stuff. Let's check out something, because this really is about Wall Street bets and the move that they decided. Where am I at here? The move that they decided to do, right, on their own, coming together. And the digital asset space needs to come together, just like Raul Paul is saying of Real Vision and Real Vision Crypto. He's saying, look, I did, you know, this whole camps thing and this whole nationalist thing, it's not great for the space. Naptown XRP, what's up, Siege? Checking in from the gig. What's up with you, bro? Good to see you. Happy Thursday to you. All right, so let me see where I am here. Let me go share. I think I should leave this on share all the time. I'm looking into that. So here's Wall Street Bets. This is something posted by Radio U. An open letter to the CNBC I thought was really, really fascinating. Before you spend another day hosting your shill hedge fund buddies to come on the air and demonize Wall Street Bets, I hope you read this. Your contempt for the retail investor is palpable. And if you don't get it together, you'll lose an entire new generation of investors. I keep thinking about these funds that are short GameStop, like your boys at Melvin Capital, your coverage of this subreddit, and I'm getting madder and madder. These funds can manipulate the market via your network. And if they screw up big because they don't even know the basics of portfolio risk 101, because they don't know the basics of portfolio risk 101, Shamav said that. He said he checked out Wall Street Bets. He's been going through their stuff, staying up all night, checking their stuff out. And he said as though he felt that they were more knowledgeable than his hedge fund buddies that he knows. Shamav just said that on that video. Right? Because they don't even know the basis of portfolio risk 101 and using position sizing. They just get a bailout. They just get a bailout from their billionaire friends at Citadel. Then they have the nerve to turn us into public enemy number one just because we believe in an underdog company getting a second chance. We don't have billionaires to bail us out when we mess up our portfolio risk and a position goes against us. We can't, let me see, I can't play too much of that because there's some cursing going on there. We can't go on TV and make attempts to manipulate millions to take our side of the trade. If we mess up as bad as they did, we're wiped out, have to start from scratch. When we mess up and we get wiped out, we have to begin again and start from scratch, not get bailed out. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. And remember, Shamav said that. A lot of these people at Wall Street Bets are the children and, or if you will, grandchildren of people who got wiped out because Wall Street went on a gambling spree and got bailed out. What lesson is that? Where's the lesson there? Where's the lesson there from that kind of move? Robinhood clients say platform has removed GameStop and AMC and is only allowing holders to sell. Can you freaking imagine that? Well, we responded with a class action lawsuit against Robinhood. Breaking: class action complaint filed in the Southern District of New York against Robinhood for halting GameStop trades. Even the Winklevoss twins had something promising to say here. Robinhood was never what it pretended to be. It built this business on selling Wall Street Bets orders flows to the hedge fund Citadel. Think about that. In the moment of truth, we learn which customer it cares about the most. My dude, DIY investing, is like, screw Robinhood. Stop emailing me and trying to get me to sponsor your crap exchange. Yeah, Shamal has something to say about it as well. I'm trying to see. Okay, here it is. Shamal said this: in moments of uncertainty, when courage and strength are required, you find out who the true corporatist scumbags are. Right? Thank you, Legendary, for putting that in there, right? And so the whole idea about this channel has always been about the digital asset space is our chance to win. The reason why we have Generational Wealth Wednesday is to remind us of ways that in which we can win. Part of that is recognizing the formula for generational wealth, which is digital assets plus sound saving instruments. That's what the Celsius Network app is. It's a sound saving instrument that pays you money on your money. And in addition to that, it allows you to act and perform like the 1% of the 1%, which is instead of liquidating their assets, like we learned last night from Michael Saylor, he said his buddies, they got rich by creating an asset or acquiring assets, holding on to those assets long-term, okay? And then when they need money, they leverage it. They borrow money against their assets. This way they don't do any income tax deals, and this way they don't do any capital gains tax deal. That's what the Celsius platform allows you to do. That's what I did yesterday in the wee hours of the morning. We'll see when we get the notification, but that's what I did. Josh, bless you, my friend. Appreciate you being here today. Stephen Curtis in the building. What's up? Hey, Siege. Hello from Rhode Island. How are you, Stephen? Good to see you, my friend. That's right, Barbara Taylor. You're exactly right. Not only did they get bailed out, we, the taxpayers, picked up the tab. And it's changing. That's what I love about us. I was so excited about seeing this because it's shifting. This Wall Street Bets was really, it really signifies what can happen when we come together and pool our resources, our energy, and our money together to get something done. That's why, I became an ambassador for the Celsius platform, because it was an opportunity for us to come together and say, we don't need to be dependent upon something else, right? And trust me when I tell you that Ripple is looking to disrupt that model. When you can get that there doesn't have to be all these fees in the corresponding banking model. One of the reasons for all the fees is the trapped money and trapped in all these Nostra Voce accounts. That's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons for all those fees. We can free that up. And what about being able to make these cross-border transactions for pennies, for literally pennies? That stuff is going to trickle down. We don't need to have right? We don't need to have you haven't used your account fee. We don't need to have, we appreciate you have money in this account, but you don't have the minimum amount of money that we need fee. A fee to have a checking account, a fee to get checks. Why? An efficient model like the Ripple Net and this technology can get rid of all of that. Right? It can get rid of all of that. But boy, I'm just really, really excited because you're right. The energy from what happened over at Wall Street Bets, it is in fact going to trickle into the digital asset space without question. It's going to happen. It's coming. It is definitely coming, right? And again, I saw the Wall Street Bet chairman. I think he asked something about Bitcoin the other day or earlier today, but it certainly is coming. But my point to all of this is the digital asset space needs to come together and realize we want to rid the space of the scams. We want to rid the space of the scams, but we want to embrace and come together with platforms that can provide utility. And if old money gets a hold of Bitcoin and the rest of us don't have any, or the rest of us are not playing, that can be a problem. Right? That can be a problem. Mario Rodriguez, Binance US, stopped their trading of XRP. The only place you can trade now is Uphold and BitTrue, as far as I know, for US investors. Yeah, guys, do me a favor. Thank you, Barbara. I appreciate that. Hey, guys, C's deserves some likes. Yeah, do me a favor. I forgot to mention that. Hit that like button and the subscribe button. Thank you so much for doing that. We got over 125 people here and only 60-something likes. Let's get that to at least 100 likes. This way, this gets this out to YouTube and lets them know to get the channel out to more people. You're welcome, Mario. Yeah, and you're right. Not the decentralized exchanges, but you are right about that. Eric Jenkins. And I think we just got to come together and realize that we outnumber them, and let's come together and put our minds together, our energy together, our resources together, right? To win. We want this space to win. Mario Rodriguez, sign up with your referral. Yeah, XRP number one. I wonder how many customers will leave Robinhood. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, they've been exposed. They've been exposed now. They've been exposed. Yeah, and it's interesting. It is very, very interesting. Thank you, guys. So, guys, we're almost there at 100. We're at 78 likes. I definitely appreciate that. Just collapse the chat if you don't mind. Go smash the like and come back and hang out if you're enjoying it. Hang out. Tumbleweed XRP says, thanks for sharing your brain power, Siege. Well, you're welcome, brother. Thank you so much for saying that. That's very kind. Frogadella Research Group said, I just left Robinhood. Christian Fernandez, is February the month, altcoin bull run? I don't know, Christian. I really don't know. DD1 is in the building. Good to see you. I think April is going to be the bull month as well, Adam M. But it was good to see a green market today. There was a little bit of a green market going on. I guess that was pretty good. Well, maybe not. Well, maybe not so much now. All right, Uniswap's at $14 is up 60%. What else? XRP is 26 cents. It's down 11% on the 7-day. Bitcoin is down 9% on the 7-day. Ethereum is down 3%. It's at $1,340. I got to tell you, I'm really, really excited that two assets that we hold is now on Coinbase custody. Can anybody tell me what the two digital assets that just recently got announced available for Coinbase custody? That's right, Chrissy. Chrissy Powell says, anyone seen the movie Ants? Once we realize that we drastically outnumber the grasshoppers and take action, the battle is won. Indeed. Indeed. Thank you for sharing that, Chrissy. Yeah, they got it. They definitely got it mixed up. XRP lava. They definitely have it backwards. All right, guys. Yeah, we're almost there. Almost at 100 likes. Appreciate you guys so much. Keyless, you're right. Anchor. And guess what other one just got put on there? They just announced it today. But you're right about ANKR. Yep, you got it. It is EGLD. You know how it goes, right, Keyless? It generally goes Coinbase custody, Coinbase Pro for trading, and then Coinbase.com for trading. Generally how it goes. I was very surprised by ANKR getting on Coinbase custody. And I was excited to see EGLD just recently and just announced that today. But I was very surprised that ANKR made that cut. And Elron said it today. Right? Because that's institutional players doing stuff on there. Right? And trust me when I tell you, Coinbase custody is not putting something on if there's not a demand by their clients. It's Elron. Keyless Elron. ELROND. Where can I get Anchor? I think Anchor and EGLD, was it OceanX? I think it was OceanX, but let me check. Let me check for you. ANKR. Right now, yeah. So if you can get on Binance, right? If you can get on Binance, it's on Binance. I think that's where I originally got my Anchor before they kicked the US investors off of there. I'm not familiar with DigiFinex. So Upbit, BitHum, DigiFinex, and Binance. Are the places for Anchor. And let me see about EGLD. Let's see EGLD. Yeah, and you can stake the you can stake both Anchor and Elron EGLD as well. Yep, same places, except for this says OKEX is an exchange, and Binance also. I'm told that crypto.com, guys, I'm told that crypto.com is really, really great for you being able to buy something, right, and then put it wherever you want to put it. And it says crypto.com, you can buy EGLD there with Tether, with USDT. But I'm told it's really, really smooth to buy there. I wouldn't do anything else on crypto.com, but I wouldn't do anything else. But I'm told it's cool for buying and getting your stuff off there. You're not having to do all the other US, non-US, and all that other stuff. So there it is there. All-time low. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the move usually, Barbara. and keyless. The move is you're generally, you get listed, and if you're fortunate enough to get some on exchanges, and if you get the Coinbase custody, because again, that's the institutions, right? Coinbase custody, then Coinbase Pro for trading, and then Coinbase. Enrico Ray, what's going on, my friend? Yeah, and Keyless, right? No KYC on KuCoin if small transactions. Yeah. Yeah. I know a lot of people just use KuCoin because they, yeah. And I do like that. And you can buy and just take it off. Enrico Ray, I put $20 in Doge last night and got $40 now. Isn't that something? Black Impact says, Siege, you should make your own coin with Mint Me. I'll support it. Well, thank you, bro. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Mint Me. I think Jungle Inc. did that. Didn't Jungle do that? Did his own coin? Anchor is up 36% today. What? I forgot to add another lady of crypto here to the channel. Thank you for sharing that, Chrissy. Yeah, so that's kind of, you know what I mean? 36% for the day? Oh, goodness. So that's kind of the deal there. That's kind of where I'm looking at stuff, guys. Ultimately, let's not forget, this is our chance to win. This is our chance to win. The digital asset space is our chance to win. Let's take a page out of the Wall Street Bets journal. Come together, pool our energy and our resources, come together and recognize that the digital asset space is our chance to win. We're almost at 100 likes, guys. We got 115 people here, 91 likes, guys. So if you haven't had a chance yet to smash that like button, just collapse the chat, go smash the like button and come back and hang out. Almost there. So I'm excited about ANKR. Do your own homework, do your own due diligence, guys. I'm excited about EGLD. Again, do your homework, do your due diligence. It's kind of the new thing, right? Elron is kind of more of the new thing. Awesome, amazing blockchain. Anchor, I love the model of providing nodes, giving access to people to do nodes, right? Without having to have 100,000 or 1 million of the asset. You can just plug and play, click some buttons, and be able to run a node. I like the concept. They're significantly cheaper than AWS. And so the average Joe and average Jane can participate in being able to do the whole node thing. So I really, really do like that. Jackie 33 is in the building. Hey, miss, weren't you a mod on this channel before? I thought that you were. Well, you are now. Right. So what's going on, Michael Cummins? Good to see you. Almost there. 96 likes, guys. Almost there. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for that. If you didn't smash the like on the way in, maybe you guys can smash that like on the way out. John Ho, do you think XRP is security? I don't think it's a security, but it's up for the courts to decide. I think in either case, for me, it's not going to matter what they call XRP. I think as long as they allow XRP to do what it's meant to do, we as XRP hodlers will be fine. I personally believe ultimately that Ripple is going to get a fine. Ripple is going to continue to move on. There'll be some some guidelines to how they operate that escrow moving forward, right? That is, it's going to be for me, it's going to be a negotiation between the SEC and Ripple on how to deal with the future sales of XRP from that escrow. They're going to work that out. Ripple will do it. I don't know how they'll change the it's the contract now because it's, you know, it's whatever it is, but the sale of it, they'll figure that out. They'll come together on that. You're welcome, Jackie 33. Thank you. And they'll figure that out, and then we'll move forward. I ultimately believe that if there's anyone who understands the technology and the promise of the technology for a US of A company, it's Gary Gensler, it's Chris Brummer, it's Michael Barr, if they all in fact get the nod. Gary has that nod. They're not going to let Ripple, force Ripple to continue to do business solely outside of the US. I just don't see that happening. Not even close to happening. And I know, I get it. You know, those top 10 banks are very, 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 very powerful. Those top 8, 10 banks in the US, hugely powerful. But ultimately, what the market wants is what the market wants. And I think that is going to win out. Ultimately, it's going to win out. Because if Ripple doesn't do it in the US, another company will do it in the US eventually. So, and so they understand that Ripple by far is the leader. So the question is, do you leverage the brilliance that is that is Ripple and make the US stand out, be the clear leader? And I think that they understand that. And the banks, those top banks, are going to have to pivot, just like Bank of America has decided to do. JP Morgan and Goldman's, if you will, haven't quite yet decided to do that. You know, they haven't quite decided to do that. So XRP Florida, doesn't Bank of America love XRP? I think in their deep resources, in their gut and their subconscious, they do. We'll see when this announcement comes out, how it's going to work. February will tell us a lot about what's going forward with the SEC lawsuit. I really, really do believe that. But ultimately, I feel very, very comfortable in a pleasurable outcome for Ripple and XRP. I really, really do. I really, really do. And I think that Ripple's not going to stop until it is one, right? So if that means it has to go all the way to Supreme Court, it will. But I don't think it goes all the way to the Supreme Court. I think that in today's world, a judge and a jury will realize that the Howey test is just doesn't apply today. Right? Like doesn't apply today. And I think that is going to be the main argument, right? It just doesn't apply today. I don't see how any judge that is an adult will say, well, look, you have been, is it true you've been in communication and you've actually run a node on the XRP ledger since whatever. So if you've known about this for years, yet you continue to allow them to sell. Like it doesn't look good for the SEC. Like in any way, shape, form, or fashion, it doesn't look good. Now, if they would have done something in 2015, it would look significantly better for the SEC, right? 2015, 14, it would have looked significantly better. But to wait for year after year after year after year after year after year and not do anything, just like any reasonable person would be like, well, what do you mean? So there it is right there. Brian Keegan, indeed, XRP to the moon. Enjoy the show. Got some popcorn. I love it. All right, guys, listen, I got to go. Thank you so much for hanging out today. It's been an awesome, you guys did it. 105 likes. Thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate you guys smashing a like on the way in. I appreciate you smashing a like in the middle of the stream. And I appreciate you guys for smashing that like button on the way out. All right, guys, listen, never ever forget this. Old money doesn't want you to win. We are playing a game, and that's okay because you and I, my friends, we're playing a game that 99.99% of the masses don't even know is being played. And we're winning. We're winning. All right, guys, listen, have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys later on tonight. See you guys.